The Battle of Amiens. The Battle of Amiens, also known as the Third Battle of Picardy, was a major battle during the end of the First World War. This was the opening battle of the Allied offensive, which was later known as the 100-Day Offensive. This was started off on the 8th of August 1918. This was the battle that put the Allies on the front foot, so without this battle the Allies would not have won the war. So in my opinion, I feel that this was one of the most important battles of the First World War.
There was nothing to be seen, only a line of earth and sandbags with occasional pieces of timber lying about. When you get tired of sitting, you can get up and have a peek between the sandbags. But a man can be in the trenches for a year and never have fired a shot.
The battle started on the foggy morning of August the 8th, 1918, at around 4:20 a.m. This put the Allies at an advantage, as the fog helped them with the raw element of surprise. The British division attacked north of the Somme, the Australian division south of the river, and the Canadian division on the south of the Australians. The French First Army, under General Debony, opened its preliminary bombardment at the same time and began its advance 45 minutes later, supported by a battalion of 72 Whipper tanks. The German defence was unaware of the British attack, even though their trenches were only 400 metres away from each other, as the Allies did not use a single gas attack in the opening stages of this battle. The Germans only started to fire about 5 minutes after the Allies' offensive, leaving their trench. In the first phase, 4 divisions attacked: the British, the Australian, and the Canadian divisions. Parts of the American divisions supported the British attackers north of the Somme. The attackers captured the first German position, advancing about 3.7 kilometres by about 7:30 a.m. In the centre, supporting units, followed by the leading divisions, attacked the second objective, a further 3.2 kilometres distant. Australian units reached their first objectives by 7:10 a.m. By 8:20 a.m, the Australian divisions and the Canadian divisions passed through the initial breach of the German lines. The Canadian and Australian forces, put in the centre, advanced quickly, pushing the line 4.8 kilometres forward from its starting point by 11 a.m. The speed of their advance was such that a party of German officers and some divisional staff were captured while eating breakfast. A gap 24 kilometres long was punched in the German line south of the Somme by the end of the day. There was less success north of the river, where the British divisions had only a single tank battalion supported them. The British Fourth Army took 13,000 prisoners, while the French captured a further 3,000, and total German losses were estimated to be 30,000 on the 8th of August. The Fourth Army's casualties, British, Australian, Canadian infantry, were approximately 8,800, exclusive of tank and air losses and those of their French allies.
We cannot tell what even the next moment has in store for us. But what will this same spot be when the Germans attack? Bloody inferno. It may happen at any moment. A sudden jump from stillness into hell.
The Battle of Amiens was a major turning point in the tempo of the war. The Germans had started the war with a Schlieffen Plan before the race to the sea slowed the movement on the Western Front, and the war developed into trench warfare. The German spring offensive earlier that year had once again given Germany the offensive edge on the Western Front. Armoured support helped Allies tear a hole through the trench lines. Weakening once impregnable trench positions, the British Third Army, with no armoured support, had almost no effect on the line, while the Fourth, with fewer than 1,000 tanks, broke deep into the German territory. Australian commander John Monash was knighted by King George V in days following the battle.
We crossed a battered tangle of wire without difficulty, and at a jump were over the front line. The English jumped out of their trenches and fled by battalions across the open. They stumbled over each other as they fled, and in a few seconds, the ground was strewn with dead. Only a few got away.